morning, everyone. I am tired. I went to bed a little bit late last night, but I just did not sleep well. The overall quality of my sleep was poor. Very unfortunate. So here we are. I'm here. I'm here. That's what matters. So, just trying to redevelop my routines. Overall, my weekend was alright. Got to play some League. My freaking dog thing, dude. It's so frustrating. Played some League. And some interesting people in the Discord, I'll tell you that. I'm growing tired of people's bullshit. I'm growing tired of being kind and trying to be understanding for people that clearly create awkward or toxic environments. So I'm just not going to anymore. Not going to. For those of you unaware, me and a couple other people, Tyler, Kaida, I think there was one more person playing. I'm playing League and somebody was acting a fool. Decided to AFK before the game ended. Now, some of you guys know it's like a hard rule in the server. Tolerate bullshit like that. He tries to come back later and tell me that he left and that he did it because he had a family reason. The only difference is the way that he went about telling me makes me press X to doubt. You know? And it's just like, when you leave by saying I got shit to do, and then later try to tell me that that meant that you had family, like you had a family emergency to deal with, that's like the craziest lack of communication bullshit I've ever heard. Like being like, alright, y'all, I got somewhere to be. No, not even that. Alright, y'all, there's this thing I'm gonna go to, and that thing is like a funeral. It's like, I don't know. It just, like, he clearly had no problem telling me that he had to go do something later, and that apparently their roommate, which I'm assuming was a kid, because the way that he spelled everything, said that somebody came to the desk multiple times to say that mom needed help. And I just thought to myself, like, first of all, you're expecting us to pay attention to the people in your background, but you don't communicate well. And I just think it's funny. And I just didn't argue with him. I was just like, okay, alright, man. KK. Like, you wanna get pissed off? You wanna say some weird shit to me? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just people be making these decisions, and it's pretty funny to me. Like, I don't know. When you go 1-7 in game, and then you AFK because you got shit to do, and then you try to come back and tell me that it's because of family things, I'm gonna have a. I mean, all right, you tell me that that's what you're doing, you know. I just gotta tell you, it gives me a hard time believing you. Because your attitude, the way you're talking, the way everything, like, if that's the case, you went about that the worst possible way, my friend. But then, like, it gets better. Like, it just speaks to the kind of person that he is. Because he says, I hope that, you know, if your family ever needs help, that you help them. Like, some kind of emotional backhandedry is gonna make me change my mind. If anything, that pushed me further away. You know, I honestly, I genuinely think about it. Like, even though I've decided to tell myself I'm not gonna tolerate people's bullshit, if he would have come back and he would have been like, wait, why did I get banned? And be like, oh, well, you AFK'd in the middle of the game. If he would have been like, oh man, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't AFK because I was upset. I AFK'd because there was a family issue at hand. I apologize. You know, but I understand. Like, but he literally told me, because he said out loud that he was going for a family matter. And I was like, nobody, and I mean nobody heard you. And he goes, I don't give a fuck you heard. Well, you should give a fuck, because that part is really important. Everyone else thought you left because you were salty as well. But then he tries to hit me with the fucking backhanded gymnastics of, well, I hope if your family's in trouble. And it's funny because it's not the first time I've been hit with some bullshit like that. But then he tries to go through it with, like, telling me even though I AFK'd, I did the second most damage in the game. Like, oh, you did the second most damage? My apologies. Allow me to undo your ban and bring you back. My bad. Like, damn, if anyone, like, watching people try to stroke their own ego as they're, like, fucked out of a situation, like trying to make themselves feel better. It's like, yeah, of course you did more damage. You sat there and right-clicked everything and then died constantly over and over and over again. It's like, yeah, you're gonna do more damage by default because not everyone was hinting. And it's funny because I know I'm a tad bit of a hypocrite for saying that. I've done some shit like that as a support, like as a support mage. So don't get me wrong, I understand the irony. I'll take the L and be a bit of a hypocrite because I think circumstantially, it's not like we were talking about like in-game issues. Him leaving, like his damage versus him leaving are irrelevant. So I think that's where I'm drawing the line as a bit of a distinction. But if you want to say that I'm a hypocrite because if I've said that, it's alright. I'll take the L on this one. Normally I hate it. This time I think it's funny. I just think it's like like it's gonna change the overall outcome of this argument because you fucking did second most damage in a losing game after ending your ass off. I'm like suddenly going to change, like, oh fuck guys, I can't have banned him. The ban needs to be lifted. He should be re-invited with open arms because he did second most damage as a 1-7 Rengar. Fuck. Oh, that was a good laugh. The fuck is this late? Anyway, so yeah, you know, that was the highlight of the week. And overall, I don't know, the guy had done some weird stuff with one of our members' girlfriends too, so I found that a tad bit odd. And by weird I mean, like, he added her one day, asked like, what are you doing? And then she went like, she was hesitant to message him back because she's very shy as a person. But she was in VC with us when she did it, or when this whole thing happened. So like after like 15-20 minutes, we had convinced her to like, hey, just respond. I'm here. boyfriend's here. If anything happens, he acts super weird or some shit, like it's happening live, I'll fucking handle it because I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. So I said, if he's just being genuine, he's just trying to make friends randomly, like this is the weirdest way to go about it, whatever the fuck. But whatever, here we are. So she finally responds, and he pretty much said, oh, I don't remember adding you. Like, what the fuck? Like, he acted super confused. And I was like, what the fuck? And then they just didn't really talk after that. Like, the interaction was so weird and so askew. I know I'm not even remembering it fully properly. I just remember at one point he said, oh, I think he said something about being tired. I don't remember adding you, but I was like, this was like fucking like 30 minutes ago, my guy. Anywho, here we are. So, thank you for coming to my talk. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and most importantly, watch out for dragons.